Hey guys, welcome back to another subscription video. My name is Dario and today I want to talk to you about the September subscription box. Before we get started on the September coffees, let's talk about the Bluebird coffee from August. We shipped out our beautiful Magoti Natural, an amazingly clean, naturally processed red bourbon from Maraho Coffee in Burundi, long-term partners of ours. Sorry, Magoti Coffee in Burundi, long-term partners of ours. Just a fantastic coffee to be brewed in any way. It's of red fruit, milk chocolate, delicious coffee. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It also happens to be the second bag in this month's subscription box, paired up with a coffee from Maraho in Rwanda, which is a naturally processed coffee from the Rugali wash station, set in the most beautiful setting. And the Big Daddy, I think they call it, of the Maraho family, the original wash station that the company started with. And yeah, a great coffee, really full of character, and we've been enjoying it both for filter and for espresso and milk based drinks. Really great to get to share this with you guys. The coffee is finished now. We don't have any to release on our normal menu. So for our subscribers, you guys were lucky to get to taste this coffee. I am going to be brewing that coffee for you today. Bag 3 was the washed Kutungururu from Kenya. Quite a mouthful and a delicious coffee. Again, it only was available to our 3-bag subscribers because it's actually a bit too expensive for the subscription box, but we really wanted to include it. It was one of Varney's favorite coffees from our trip to Origin in February. And just a joy to get to share these coffees with you guys. So let's brew some Rugali Natural. I'm dosing, you know, with the subscription box, I'm kind of thinking about who's drinking these coffees. And my hope is that you get to share coffee with your loved ones like I do every morning. And generally that would require a bigger brew. So today we're going to be brewing a 20-gram dose to 300 grams of water. This is our standard cafe recipe. So we're going to be doing a circular pour for 50 grams, then a center pour for 50 grams, and we're just going to do that 3 times. Super simple. We'll do it every 30 seconds, and we'll probably end up with around a 3-minute brew time. What I would recommend is if you are following this recipe at home, I'm using a flat bottom brewer, the April brewer with a Kalita 185 filter. My brew water is at about 91 degrees. And the only tweak that I would be making from brew to brew is I would be chasing sweetness by adjusting my grind. So I would keep the recipe the same and just adjust my grind slightly from brew to brew. And you'll get 12 opportunities with this particular coffee with this recipe from a 250 gram bag. So let's brew some coffee. As I said, I'm starting with a circular pour for 50 grams, and then I'm going to center for 50 grams. I had all the water in about 12 seconds. We're going to wait for 30 seconds, until 30 seconds, and then do our second pour. This coffee is super aromatic. So we're going to do the same thing, circular for 50 grams and then center for 50. For espresso, I'd recommend a longer ratio with this coffee. So for example, if you're on a home espresso machine and you can dose around 17 grams, I'd be looking for about 40 grams out and keep the contact time nice and short, probably around 20 to 24 seconds would be a good place to start. We're brewing at just over 90 degrees, like 91, 92 degrees, and at 6 bar of pressure. If you have the opportunity to play with that, I'd recommend playing around with lower pressure and see what kind of results you get. We've been enjoying the results a lot in the cafe and in our QC lab. And just like that, we have all the coffee and all the water together. Now it's just doing its thing. Coffee's extracting, and we're looking for, as I said, about a 3-minute brew time. 2.5 to 3 minutes would be ideal. So let's talk about next month's coffees. We have 3 amazing coffees lined up for the October subscription box. The headliner is Tutti AB, another amazing washed Kenyan, selected at Origin in February. We nicknamed it Tutti Fruity because of how much of like a fruit basket this coffee is. There's so much complexity and amazing character going on. And it's just a joy to get to share that coffee with you. We bought enough of it so that we could share it with our subscribers and have it on our normal menu for a little while as well, which is going to be great. We're pairing that up with Gasheke Washed, a beautiful washed coffee from Maraho and Rwanda. And then in bag 3, just making some confirmations, but it should be one of our fresh arrivals from Colombia, probably one of our La Palma Altucan releases, a bio washed or a bio natural. We're going to be tasting through the coffees today. They literally arrived on Friday. Today is Tuesday, and really excited to be able to hopefully share one of those coffees with our 3-bag subscribers. Again, unfortunately, these coffees are just so expensive. It's difficult to put them into bag 1 and 2, but if you're a 3-bag subscriber, generally you're going to end up getting something beyond our budget, basically. So we're at 307. I'm gonna find a vessel to get rid of this brewer, and we are done. Remember to at least swirl your filters. Stirring is better before drinking, because the beginning of that extraction is going to be super concentrated, in the end not very concentrated, so you just want to get everything mixed up, homogenize, well, say that was right. And yeah, what a beautiful coffee. So much florality. The natural processing is very evident, but there's also fantastic origin characteristics. So I hope you guys enjoyed this coffee. We love sharing these types of coffees with you every single month in our subscription box. If you're not subscribed, guys, get on it. Highly recommend getting onto the curated subscription. And yep, we'll see you in October.